Hello, right, welcome to another little video. This time I'm going to be reviewing and comparing these two little beauties from Fenix. They produce some really quality head torches, headlamps, whatever you want to call them. And these are their trail running specific ones that they've brought out fairly recently. There's this one, which is the HM62-T. And then we have this one, which is the HM65R-T version 2. Quick little background. I bought this. This is the HM62-T. I bought it to do the Tour de Jean, which I did earlier this year, and wanted a really good head torch with exceptionally good battery life. Did a lot of research and stumbled across Fenix. And I thought, yeah, that ticks a lot of boxes. I mean, an incredible battery life. I'll run over the full details in a bit. So anyway, I bought that. After completing the Tour de Jean, which I bought this one for, Fenix got in touch and said that they would like to send me the other one just to have a look at and compare the two of them. So they then sent me this, which is the HM65R-T version 2. Under no obligation to do a good review of it. It just so happens that I now have the two that I can do a pretty good compare and contrast, and I've used both. I did use this one for the Tour de Jean because that's what I had, and then after the Tour de Jean I got this one, and I have now used it for a race as well, which you will see later on in this video. So I'm just going to dive into the biggest difference between these two head torches, and that is that this has one white bulb, this one has two. It's got white and it's also got a soft white. And the difference that makes is that when you're out on a trail and it starts getting a bit misty or rainy, you get that drizzly rain coming in on you, you can switch from the bright white to the soft white. The soft white doesn't reflect as much off of the water particles, so basically you see better. So if you're out at night, it starts snowing or head into mist, and you switch from, I'll try and show you on camera, so that's that's white, very nice crisp white light, and then change it onto this one, more I guess yellowy color. Whoa, right. The other difference between these is that the HM62-T, whilst it's only got one white bulb, it also has a red light. Now that can be handy because red light doesn't interfere so much with your night vision. So if you are, just wanting to use your head torch for a short period of time without dazzling other people, or when you switch it off, you still want to be able to see, because we've all had that where if you've had a bright head torch on, you turn it off, it takes your eyes a while to adjust. With a red light, it doesn't affect that in the same way. So with this, we can double tap and on comes a red light. You can also have it flashing. So that's quite handy for being visible. The HM65R-T version 2. So whilst this one doesn't actually have a red light for SOS or something, it does have a flashing feature that you can enable. The other difference is the way that these things charge. So each of these take this kind of battery, 18650. It's quite a chunky battery, 3,400 milliamp hours, and the one that comes with the HM62-T has got a charging port on it. So you can see there, it's got a USB-C charging port, and that is because there's no charging point on the head torch. So you have to take the battery out, plug it in, and then put it back in. The HM65R-T, however, does have on the back a charging port, which means that it's just a wee bit easier to charge on the go. So it's got the same battery in it without the onboard charging. The battery life, these things last a long time. both pretty similar with their sort of lower settings. You can have it at 130 lumens. That'll give you around about 24 hours with each of them. If you go to medium setting, it takes it up to 400 lumens. And if you then take it into a sort of high setting, or turbo setting as they call it in the other one, that's where they differ a wee bit. So this one, HM65R-T version 2, will ramp right up to 1600 lumens. That is super bright. It lasts for about 3 hours at that level, which is quite impressive actually. Whereas the HM62-T doesn't go quite as bright, but it still goes up to 1200 lumens, and it'll keep it at that for about 4 hours. So you get a bit longer out of its maximum setting. With my experience of these, I like having it at 130 lumens. I find that's plenty bright, enough to see where you're going, and particularly on the Tor, it was really, really comforting to know that the battery, I did have some spare batteries, obviously, but the battery would last literally, you know, I could just wear it all night, have no problems, and the next night. In fact, in the Tor, I wore this for the first 2 nights without changing the battery. That is good and impressive. And as I said, that's what really drew me to Fenix in the first place. So continuing with some of the differences between the two, the button location. HM65R-T version 2 has got the buttons on the top. So 2 buttons, and that is just simply for the white light or the warm white light. I found that just a bit easier to use when it's on your head. I find that if you're going to change the light setting, it's quite natural for your fingers to go here. Is that flashing? That's flashing just to let me know it's locked. I suppose I could unlock it. And then, so that's the 2 different lights. So that feels quite natural to do. This one, however, has got the switch on the side. So, button on the side here, and it's taking me a bit of time to get used to. So when it's on, button on the side. So instead of doing this, I end up grabbing it like this. Now, that's fine. Yeah, I just use my thumb. The problem with it is that I just blind myself, because what happens is when I then change the setting, so going to the different lights, the light ends up reflecting off of my hand. So when it gets pretty bright, that is, you know, you can see that's like pretty bright, you know. So, you know, you could do it like this, but the problem is then you're pushing the head torch around a bit. So you kind of need to do it like, I guess, like that. It's something you know, I know I will just get used to with this head torch, rather than doing this and blinding myself. Anyway, that's just a little quibble. So let's look at some of the other general features about these head torches. One thing which I really like, both of them have got it, and that is this. Now that is, it's a way to tighten and loosen the headband, which means you can do it just with one hand when it's on your head. So you've seen that in like trainers and stuff like that, cycling shoes, I've got them. So you can loosen it off like this, and then tighten it up, which is actually really useful, because having now worn, well, I've worn head torches for years, and sometimes you find that they're just a bit tight. You end up putting a hat on, you need to try and loosen it off, and you've got those wee straps to fiddle about with, which can be a bit annoying. This is superb. It just means that it's so quick and easy to click and adjust as you desire. And both of them are sort of perforated, so I don't know if you can see through that, but it means they don't get really saturated. They still let the skin on your head breathe. The other difference between these, whilst we're talking about the headband, is that the HM65R-T version 2 has a wider headband than the HM62-T. So you can see the difference between them there. That's because this one is heavier than this one. It's slightly bigger, it's got an extra bulb in it, and that adds on a bit of weight. This one comes in, including the battery, at 125 grams. This one comes in around sort of 15 grams heavier, 140 grams. Also on the headband, which is quite useful actually, is the fact that both of them have got a whistle. Pretty good. Nice little safety feature. Another sort of safety feature of the headband is that the writing of the Fenix is reflective. So at night, you know, that'll light up. It looks quite cool as well. If you watch my tour video that I did, which I was wearing this one, anytime I've got the camera on and I put the flash on just so you can actually see, then it's quite nice the way that this reflects and lights up. And both of them have the same sort of ratchety thing to adjust the angle on it, which is quite good. You can actually have it pointing right down if you want. Other things that they have in common is that the body of each is made out of a really lightweight magnesium, so really tough material. They also give these drop rating, so drop from 2 meters, absolutely fine. You know, these there's no problem that these are going to break, snap, crack in half, and because the battery is sealed in such a way, they can also give these an IP rating of 68. Now that's really good. It means it can be fully submerged down to sort of depth of 2 meters for up to like 4 hours, and you'll have no problems. So yeah, also protected from dust and everything like that. So you really don't have to worry about being out in a storm, wearing this on your head. Other head torches are just sort of water resistant, and that could be an issue if you're in some torrential rain. They both also feature electronic lockouts, so if you're going to shove it in a bag, you can push and hold the buttons, it locks it. They do also both have battery indicators on them, so press the button on top, it'll show you just little blue lights, or red if it's running out of battery. Now this one is actually running out of battery, so when I press the side, so the button, it will flash red, and flashing red means that, you know, I need to charge that now. And the other thing with these is that they will operate in fairly extreme temperatures, so they can go from like minus 35 Celsius up to 45 degrees. Yeah, so pretty extreme. Inside the box of each of them, you get a charging cable. As I said, it's the USB-C. Which is now becoming pretty standard. Little charging cable, instructions, and also you get this, which is a spare O-ring. At first when I read the instructions, I didn't know what that was. Spare O-ring. But it is when you change the battery, like so. There comes the battery. Here is a little rubber seal, which just helps with the waterproofness of the battery compartment, and obviously over time of screwing, unscrewing, that become damaged, so they include another one, which is actually quite good. So yeah, pretty much covered all the details and features of the head torches, so I thought it was worthwhile actually getting out and testing them. So I decided to take a drive. I took a drive up north, headed into the Scottish Highlands, and found myself a little race to do. This race, it's called the Illuminator. Quite apt for testing out a head torch, really. So the Illuminator is a night run. It's a 15-mile trail race up and around these parts, and it'll be a good opportunity to test out the head torch. It might also rain a wee bit, which will be good. Be good to test out the sort of soft and brighter light and see how that compares. First of all, better go and get myself registered.
got your self-keeping.
Alright, so Grant, right, away to get changed.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to be now just to start moving forward to the start line. Good luck, everybody.
Really rather wet.
15 mile athletes. Are we ready? We're going to be countdown. 3, 2, 1. And there's Paul Manson on his way there. Beautiful work by a beautiful person and a beautiful evening. If you're a duck.
Alright, there we go. We are off. Hey! So, first section is just down this main road. Just getting us out of the wee village and before we hit some trails. And this is really cut on off. So now that we're out on a trail, I can show you the sort of difference between the different light settings. So this is on the 130 lumens. Next one up, 400. And then you've got that boost, which is mighty bright. That's 1600 lumens. Wowzers. And obviously this is just the bright white setting. Let's see now what the softer light looks like. So you can see much more of a yellowy sort of light. Again, that's just at the lowest setting, 130 lumens. 400. And then the highest this setting goes to is 800. With the softer light you definitely don't see as much of the rain. Switch it to the white one, it reflects a lot more off the rain coming at you. And obviously that's amplified if it's really misty and stuff as well. That's first 10k done. You can certainly see all the head torches heading off back down the hill. That's so cool. Yeah. Now what I did actually do is bring the other Fenix head torch with me, just so you can get a comparison of the light, because that's, the other one has a sort of in-between light. It's not crisp white, it's not also too yellowy, but I'll try and show you the comparison between the two. Again, that is the crisp white light at 400 lumens, and then this is the other one. So yeah, you can see it's definitely not as bright white, so it's just got a nice balance between the two. And again, for comparison, that's the two of them side by side. Is that a Fenix head torch? It is. Spy, yeah. How'd you find it?
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Oh, so good. From the highest setting just now.
Yeah.
I just like to place up.
Yeah, no, it's they're good head torches.
Yeah.
Alright, come on.
Have a good one.
Cheers, you two. Yeah, why not, eh? Thanks very much.
Excellent.
Yeah, cheers.
Thank you. Well over halfway.
That's what I like to hear. A couple of ends keep me going. Alright,
Well done.
thank you very much.
Okay, cheers.
Bye bye.
Well done.
People back at the checkpoint there said there really was only a few people ahead. See what place I come in. So I just switched to the more amber light because there's quite a lot of rain just coming in towards my face, and it definitely does make a difference. But if you're running through the night, this is a much more mellow light. I think the brighter white one will make you feel more alert. Again, yeah, just the difference between the two. Look. Yeah, quite a difference. So 20k done, and so must just be short of 5k left to go. Looks like we're about to hit some of the lights as well. Let's have a drink of water. Starting to see a lot more people. Whether, I don't know if it's the 8k or the 15k, actually no idea who you're passing. Oh well, it's quite good to see some people though. Oh my god, this is a steep wee climb. 550 metres of elevation done. Okay, I think that's the end of that hill. 3 or 4k, hopefully just all downhill to the finish. Excuse me, cheers. Right, that's us back onto the road. Alright, thank you. Cheers.
All right.
And we've got bouncy boards and things like that. That's Paul Manson coming towards us now there. It is going to be Paul Manson, a random runner from across our finish. So a fantastic performance. Great job there for Paul Manson. Second place in the 15 miler.
Second place.
So,
No way. I knew I was maybe up there, maybe the top 10, but I did not think I was going to finish on a podium. That was good fun. Yeah, enjoyed that.
You're at the Illuminator 2024.
So yeah, there we go. That was a good demonstration of the head torches, and also I got myself second place, which was a complete surprise. To be honest, especially because my main purpose of doing that race was to sort of review the head torches and spend a bit of time doing that. So so that was it. And that's pretty much my review comparison video of the two Fenix trail running specific head torches. If I was now to choose to buy one, as I said, I did buy this one and I got given this one. The reason I like the HM62-T is that it's just simple. It's got just that one white bulb. It's not super crisp white and it's not super warm white. Somewhere in between. This one that I prefer, whilst it is a wee bit heavier, the wider headband is probably just a bit comfier. It's got a bigger plate that sits against your head, so it kind of spreads the load of the head torch better. And that's really the differences between it. They both look pretty cool. I do like the look of the Fenix head torches. They're quite unique compared to other ones. They also come in different colours with different coloured headbands. If you go online, you can have a look. To be honest, if you get either of them, you're really not going to be disappointed. I would say to have both is a bit OTT. So that's that. Another little bit. That was loud. Just testing out the workmanship on the torches. As I said, magnesium. I think my worktop would come off worse than the head torches. That's it. Yeah. Any questions? Drop me a wee message, and I'll be happy to chat. All right. Till the next time, I will be back on your screens very soon. All right. Bye bye.